Hello Internet, Eric Arnold here in what I call my sports barn. That's my little studio where we talk about sports and try to pick winning picks against the spread. Not so much luck, well, just in general, doing that. But we don't wave the white flag, we continue to try. We're going to have an episode here about the election coming up. I figure everyone else is talking politics and sports, so I guess why shouldn't I? Black Lives Matter, etc. So I think I get to talk about it too. So here's my thoughts on this upcoming election. This for my subscribers, this will be the worst guarded secret in the history of secrets. I am endorsing Donald J. Trump for president in 2020. And I am going to enthusiastically vote for the president. Now, why? Well, I'll keep it short. A couple reasons. One, First Amendment. There's one side here that wants to cancel and shut up the people they disagree with. If you say something what I would consider pretty benign, such as all lives matter, you're going to get kicked off the internet. You're going to lose your job. They're going to throw you off Twitter. And frankly, I think something like all lives matter, it's not like you just said something Hitler-esque. That's pretty benign. And the Democrats want to censor that. Free speech is not allowing speech that you agree with. Free speech is allowing speech that you absolutely disagree with. That's what it means. You can't just tell the other side to shut up. That's not free speech. Technically, I'm a libertarian. That means I go back to the Drew Carey definition of that. It's a Republican that still likes to get high. That's what Drew Carey says. He identifies as a libertarian. I'm okay with his definition. And we believe in freedom. And if that means you're saying something hateful over there, I'm okay with that. That's what you want to say, fine. I don't think that I should have the right to tell you to shut up. That's not freedom. So that's what I think on the First Amendment. Definitely Donald Trump is not the one running around trying to cancel everybody. Right of assembly, also First Amendment. It's the Democrat governors. They're all the ones that are saying you can't get together, you can't watch football, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't gather in groups of more than this because of safety. You're violating my First Amendment. I should have the right to get together. Your open-ended safety decrees, that's illegal. You can't just do that forever. So again, against that. Second Amendment, hey, I'm watching it on TV at least once a week. There's a riot somewhere, so people burning stuff, buildings being burnt. The police officers are just standing there watching it under, orders, I imagine, from the Democrat mayor or governor to do nothing. Well, if the authorities are not going to do anything to protect me, my family, my property, well, what am I supposed to do? Just sit there and take it? That's what the gun's for. So, and now they want to take that too? Are you kidding me? Why don't you just break out the hammer and sickle, man? I mean, let's just skip to the end if you want to take the guns and then give us no meaningful police to protect us. That's ridiculous. That's what the gun is for. So the Democrats want to confiscate guns. That's completely un-American. It's not what the Constitution says. I'm against that. And then lastly, it seems Donald Trump is the only politician, or at least one of the only politicians, that seems to grasp that wearing this goddamn mask cannot last forever. That it's stupid, it's counterproductive, it's bad all the way around. And the Democrats just want me to keep wearing this mask forever. Forever they want me to wear the mask. Well, I don't want to wear the mask. I don't wear the mask. Fuck the mask. So I'm sick of that. Donald Trump seems to get that. I support that. I support Donald Trump. Now, second half. Who's going to win? Now here, Democrats, here's where you get your part of the video. I haven't gotten a pick right since before Joe Biden started wearing his mask. I mean, I just cannot predict anything. I can't get anything right. So, of course, I think Trump's going to win. I think Trump's going to win. I did a little survey today. I drove around our little township, drove around, and we counted up Robinson Township. That's part of Berks County in the key swing state of Pennsylvania. Whoever wins Pennsylvania is probably going to win the election. So what happens around here, you know, it just matters times 100 as far as who's going to be president. In 2016, Robinson Township went for Donald Trump 68% to 27%, with the rest filling in with third parties. So I've been doing an unofficial survey in my head. These, you know, anytime I go to the grocery store or something, I see signs, I'm, you know, watching. Well, today I did an official count. I just took an hour or two, just drove up and down some back roads, up into some housing developments and whatnot. Now here are the rules. Any sign that says the word of a candidate counts. In other words, Trump, Biden, you know, ones that counted. Trump train, humping for Trump, although I think that was a homemade sign. Keep on trumping. There was one where Trump was made out to be Rambo. That counted because his picture of him. What doesn't count are, like for example, the thin blue line sign that says I support the police. That could go either way, although frankly, I think that's a Trump voter. Tea Party flag doesn't count. Again, I think it's a Trump voter. Stars and bars, definitely a Trump voter. Doesn't count though. The peace symbol, that's a Biden voter. I saw a peace symbol, yes I did. Any BLM flags or signs to that effect, actually saw none of them. Bernie paraphernalia, so one guy that had a big ass blue Bernie 2020 flag. He had a bumper sticker, big ass blue 2020 flag. I didn't count that. That doesn't count. Does not say Biden on it. From what I've heard, the Bernie people don't like Biden, so I don't know if he's going to vote for Biden or not. Well, at any rate, here's the tally of the signs between Trump and Biden here in the key state of Pennsylvania, Robinson Township. Trump signs, and then we kept, you know, if Lucas down the street has 5 Trump signs, and he does, that's 1. In other words, I count the property. I don't count multiple signs on the property. Lucas can only vote once, no matter how many signs he has. So one property, doesn't matter how many signs you have. Properties with Trump signs, 81. Properties with Biden signs, 10. So that's 81 to 10. Now what's that mean? Well, the way I see that is that's good for Trump. There's definitely one of our subscribers has pointed out the shy Biden voter theory, which I think applies. In other words, you have a whole bunch of people around you saying, I'm for Trump. And, you know, do you really want to be the guy going, but I like Biden, I think Trump sucks. You know, you might be afraid you'll get your ass kicked. So that guy might just kind of sit down and be quiet. So there's probably a bunch of hidden Biden voters out there in Robinson Township. There probably are. But there's another phenomenon too that psychologists, I believe, and I cannot think of what the name of it was, and I didn't look it up. Basically what it is that if I show you 2 lines, and I say which one of those lines is longer, and I just say it to you in an empty room, you'll probably say, well, this one here, this one's longer, the one on the left. But if I put you in a room with 300 people and I say, well, which line is longer? And 250 of the people are saying, hey, this one over here on the right is longer. You're much more susceptible to say, well, they look about equal. Maybe this one is longer here on the right. I think it's a pretty well-known psychological phenomenon. In other words, if the crowd around you is going one way and you want to go the other way, there's a pull there that's trying to pull you the other way. So it's possible that some of them hidden Biden voters might just go, oh, all right, I'll just click. Everybody else seems to like Trump. Maybe I'll just vote for him too. So he carried Bravos Township 68-27 4 years ago. I think it's going to be more than that this time around. I think that bodes well for Trump. I think he's going to do just fine here in Pennsylvania. He's going to carry the state of Pennsylvania, and he's going to win the election. Right now, the odds on the election are about 50-50, despite the fact that there are a lot of Democrat polls that are telling you Biden is substantially ahead. The betting market has it 50-50. What's that tell you? It tells you the Democrat polls are not accurate. So 50-50, flip a coin. I'm taking Trump. I think Trump's going to win. This reminds me of the 48 election when Truman was counted out, unpopular president. Truman went around the country on a whistle-stop tour in a train, making speeches every day at some train station where thousands of people would come out and he'd make a speech. He did that pretty much every day. His opponent, Thomas Dewey, thought he had the election won. He hid in his house, made virtually no appearances, and when he did, he had nothing but platitudes. He had nothing but platitudes, stupid stuff like, things will be better tomorrow, that sort of thing. Your best you is tomorrow, or shit like that. Well, Truman beat him. Hell, even the media gave Truman no chance. The famous picture of Truman holding up the Chicago Tribune, I think it was, where it says, Dewey defeats Truman. Does that sound familiar to you? Which candidate is going around the country right now making speeches every day? Which candidate is invisible? Does that sound familiar to anybody? No, Biden's, what is he, 79 years old or something like that? No candidate has ever run for president as often as Biden has and lost and then won. We don't elect losers. As George Patton said, America loves winners, and Trump is a winner. So these are all reasons I think Trump's going to win. I'm putting it in writing. Mark it down. Y'all can replay this video to your heart's content, and when Biden comes coasting home a winner and laugh at me. But I'll take it. I'll take that chance. Donald J. Trump. Trump. '20. All right. We'll have non-political videos for you after that. That's the last one. I'm trying not to beat you over the head with Trump stuff just because I only ate half of you. Most of you probably guys, so it'll probably alienate 35% of you. I'll have to think about that. That might be worth it. But we'll see. College football, that's almost done. We'll have that for you tomorrow, Thursday. The NFL, that'll be done by Friday. Baseball, we're just kind of shit-canning that whole thing. Just giving up. It's just it's an impossible season. So, all right. Thanks for being here. We appreciate your time. Donald J. Trump, 4 more years. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. 4 more years of Donald J. Trump.